Then we lived in the trees. Then we lived in the halls. And now we live on the screens. But all that matters is the memes. Doesn't matter if you censor us or try and steal the thought right through. Cause every idea's a lit new fuse, a whispered joke they can't undo. The memes will never die. You can try, but you can't take them away. Ooh, oh, the memes will never die. You can try, you can fight, but you can't take them away. We used to die in the cold. Now we die from disease. Next we'll die in the holes. And then we'll die in the seas. But all that matters is the meme. First we had empires, then we had gold. Then we had nation stories told. Then we had idols on a screen. But the only truth we've ever seen is the memes will never die. You can try, but you can't take them away. Ooh, oh, the memes will never die. You can try, you can fight, but you can't take them away. Memes will never die. Yeah, memes will never die. Memes will never
Good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are having a fantastic time. All right, let's get the show on the fucking road here, shall we? All right, so let's see, what do we got going? Well, first things first, the Mizkiv video, everybody seemed to like it. I didn't stream yesterday, not because I didn't want to, but I mean, I needed just a little bit of a break to kind of recharge. Normally, if you guys have been around the channel for a while, you'll know that after a video comes out, usually I won't stream the next day or do fuck all, really. Primary reason for that is you got to take a little bit of a break to recharge after spending all that energy and creating something before we get into the next thing. To be honest, I have no fucking idea what we're making today, but we are going to make something. Maybe we'll do the Sog Frogs today. I don't really know, but we're going to make something. It'll be a good time. Um, let's see. Also, dealing with that level of gay, yeah, that is absolutely fucking atrocious. Discord's requiring ID verification for everyone now. That is something indeed. I am quite surprised I'm surprised and also not. And people are already bidding it with Gmod. So if you guys need the ID verification, do yourself a favor. You can use Gary's mod in order to get around that. I know there are people that have been doing so, but don't give Discord your ID. It is absolutely not worth doing so in any way, shape, or form. Now, I had to give Google my ID in order to get monetized on YouTube, and it's kind of the same practice anywhere you go, really. You have to get monetized. You have to submit an ID to prove who the fuck you are. But just to talk on a platform, that's not kosher in my opinion. And it's all right. Before we have a few announcements that we'll get to, but just real quick on Discord, I actually hate that Discord exists. I am of the opinion that TeamSpeak, for everyone that hates TeamSpeak, I still think TeamSpeak 3 was fantastic. Fuck Vent. Vent is fucking trash. Fuck Mumble. Mumble was fucking dog shit. Fuck TeamSpeak 2. Fuck all that shit. But TeamSpeak, in my opinion, was the way to really go. I know TeamSpeak 4 or 5 or whatever the fuck is currently out and people are kind of working with. Yes, Mumble absolutely was a meme. People that actually legitimately tried to use that, holy shit. That is the worst decision anyone could ever make. Now, Discord is popular because it's easy to use. You don't need an IP, you don't need to know anything. You can just click on somebody's invite and boom, you're in, right? TeamSpeak, you need a fucking IP address. You need a lot of information to join a fucking TeamSpeak server. And also, they are not easy to set up. They're very secure. You can do, security levels, and you can require people, they can come back after they get banned. They have to increase their security level, and it can take until the heat depth of the universe to generate that key. So, in my personal opinion, I think that TeamSpeak absolutely was the way to go. Skype, don't even talk about fucking Skype, dude. Fucking clans. Dude, I remember in 2008, I was in a Call of Duty clan, and Skype is how they wanted to talk to fucking everybody. That was the most cancerous month of my life. It made me never ever use Skype again. Holy fuck, what an atrocious experience. I cannot say enough bad things about using Skype for that. It used to be great just for calling up a buddy and being like, hey, let's do that. But no, fuck that. If you use Teams, holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, now the ID thing, here's my one take on requiring IDs. I understand that people want to be verified for age. I understand that that's kind of one of the ways that you can do it. I don't trust anybody with my data like that. Why would I? What's the point in doing so? How many adult entertainment websites now require ID? Most of them. And you want to know how you get around that? You go on 4chan and other. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, you want the straw? Here. Here, go up. Here. You want the straw? Here, Gene. Come in. Yep. Want the straw? Yours. Take it. Go fetch. There you go. He's obsessed with straws. Anyways, sorry. Anyways, yes, Discord data will leak. Every data can leak. There is nothing that's secure that holds your data. And honestly, I would trust Discord data being more secure than government data, to be perfectly honest. The government is pretty atrocious with that. But why would I trust another person with that? Like if it's just it's so fucking terrible. It's absolutely awful. I hate that everybody is doing the verification. It is miserable. I was mentioning 4chan. Oh, yes, right. So that's why if I don't trust Discord, if I don't trust take your pick of normal website. Why would I trust an adult entertainment website with an ID verification? Go on 4chan, go on whatever chan you'd like. You can find stuff there. There's also quite a few other websites that exist that let you get around that. There's also, now we're in the age of AI where AI adult entertainment is getting pretty fucking good. So again, you don't need to fucking you really don't need to do that. So do yourself a favor. Don't give your ID to anybody that you don't need to. It is absolutely horrible that anybody does that. If there is a place that requires that, dip out. It's not worth going there. No longer use that service or whatever the case may be. I understand people are very attached to Discord, and so that's going to be hard. That's why I'm saying use Gary's Mod to get around that. Gary's Mod is an option. There's a few other options that exist of high fidelity video games you can use with a cell phone camera, but don't give your ID. Just don't do that. You got the plug. Okay, so let's someone gets in Discord account and then yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't ever recommend anybody ever using that again. Um Give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Uh uh, okay, sorry about that. Anyways, Discord, if you want to use that, awesome. It's how I post announcements. It is what it is for now. If it becomes too much of a problem, I'll yank it and we'll figure out something else where we can congregate. But for right now, it is what it is. As far as announcements go, before I kind of get into some drama, we are going to talk about some drama here. So here's the thing. I am doing everything I can to expand what I create and the audience that I have. And starting today, I actually got an email from the Rumble team that wanted to fast track my channel being approved over there and getting monetized and all of that shit. So I went through the steps and we are actually there. It was a lot easier than I thought to get shit set up, especially for streaming with Restream. So we are live there. Videos are going to be uploaded in more than just YouTube going forward in case people want other platforms. So we're just going to be in more places than just one. A Relic, I do see you over there. Also, Restream is amazing because it congregates all the chat in one place, which is really awesome. So I can actually the program that I have that uses Restream chat, it'll actually function as the overlay. I will get that booted up in a minute so you guys have that. It'll be a thing. But yes, Rumble will absolutely be there. You need to verify your account to chat. Yeah, it is what it is. If that's something you want to do, you certainly can. But it's just an alternative. It's not going to hurt anything to be on more platforms. Just thought some people do like alternatives, and so there is an alternative. Now, we got to talk drama real quick, and we gotta fucking talk about it. We gotta fucking talk about this shit because people need to learn to shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna, I have this fucking, I don't want to see this stupid cunt's face. Okay, we're gonna bring this up. Thanks for the flashbang. And then we have this, and okay, we want here, save us from seeing this bitch. I don't want to see her. Excellent. Excellent. That's better. Now we don't have to fucking see that stupid fucking cum dump. Now, here is what we are going to talk about today really quick. Here's what we're going to talk about. Now, I don't watch Emmy. I don't care what she creates. She creates content that I just don't ever engage with. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's cosplay shit, it's girl shit, I don't fucking care, or it's thirst trap shit. It doesn't matter to me. Now, what does matter is somebody that is a large creator getting bullied by other people and then bending the knee. She has bent the knee. Who the fuck? I'm gonna turn this. I'm. Oh, help. Okay. Okay. I may have to go out and help with some groceries. But anyways, so let's talk real quick about this. Emmy makes content that I don't consume. It doesn't matter to me. It is what it is. The only time I've ever watched her are clips from Steak and Eggs. Now, when she made her giant fuck off mega post, like that was a ridiculous write up that she did. She made a mistake that she opened her fucking mouth. And that's the same thing to anybody. Anybody. I don't care who the fuck you are. You gotta understand the ways of shitlords, trolls, and assholes. Okay? We all work the same way. If you give people an inch, they are going to take a mile. If you apologize for something, it's not gonna be enough. Ever. Ever. None of this is ever going to be enough for anybody. And the fact that she made a statement, of course it's not good enough. And now that they know that they can get under her skin, they are going to keep going. Emmy just needed to understand the age-old adage of shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Don't talk to anybody. Don't make a fucking statement. You want to be apolitical? Don't address it. Who gives a fuck? If you don't want to be political, then don't be political. But if you want to be political, then you make a statement or you're throwing your hat in the ring. So apologizing is retreating without fighting? Yes. Let's see. Seen a clip on Asmund that Denham's things. Oh yeah, that's a whole fucking separate thing. That's wild. Let me see. The fuck is this? God, I gotta look at this stupid bitch. All right. We're gonna. All right, we need to get the clip context. So unfortunately, you have to see this disgusting whore's face. All right, let's see. By the way, that is factual. She is a whore. She sells herself. She sells herself for pennies on OnlyFans. For the price of a Big Mac, you can see everything. So by definition, she's a whore by selling her body. Anyways.
Incest is weird and a little gross, but ethically completely fine if it's in between consenting adults and there's no power creep relations.
All right, you fucked your dad. Cool. Good to know. All right. Anyways, moving on. Putting that over there. Yeah. As soon as you say "but," that disqualifies everything you said before. Yeah, she 100% fucked her dad. Absolutely, guarantee it. But my statement here stands. As soon as you apologize, they're gonna come after you forever. She fucked up. Emmy shouldn't have said anything. That was an absolute disaster. Everyone should have just. I wish that Emmy was stronger in character. Unfortunately, she has proven that she is not, and you can get to her. She has thin skin. She has proven that, and that is extremely unfortunate. I wish she would take advice of those around her that care about her, that are actually know her or consume her content. Like for example, Asmongold, I guarantee, has given her the advice of just shut the fuck up or don't give them any attention. Wish she would have taken the advice, but yeah. Mindset watched it a few hours ago. Oh no. Oh no. You have no idea what she said or why. Okay. Let's look at what Emmy fucking said. Let me find it really quick. Give me a second. And I'm not gonna read it because holy tits, is it not worth God, just everything. Listen. You know why I don't watch or care about Emmy's content? for the most part, because this is the sort of shit that she fucking posts. I don't what cool. That's the type of audience you want. Great, but that's not for me. Anyways, this is what she posted. This is her apology for not saying anything about ICE or wanting to say she's apolitical and doesn't want to comment on it. This is the length. Okay, this thing has girth. You don't fucking like. Who cares? Sent the original clip. Thank you. I can remove the censor now. Oh, yep. Good point. Sorry. It's just, do yourself a favor. Shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Don't feed the troll. She folded like a lawn chair. Yes, she did. Yes, she fucking did. No one gonna read that. They're just gonna shit on you. Absolutely. I'm not. Listen, if all it was like this first bit, okay, maybe I'd read it. But then, oh my god, I'm not reading this fucking dissertation you wrote as to why you didn't say anything or what your feelings might be. I don't give a fuck. And neither do they. All they can say is, I got a lot of content out of you. Okay? And I really, really want people to understand, when somebody writes something like this about a situation that is a nothing burger at best and is just people to bait you, you have taken that bait hook, line, and sinker, and it is absolutely absurd. This is going to be used against her for a very long time, because writing something like this, just stop. Get off the internet. I mean, do yourself a favor. Just focus on your streams. Focus on the positivity. And, dude, she is fucking up. She is going to become an absolute mess just because she doesn't understand to be quiet. Anyways, continuing. Aiden, okay, let's see if there's anything on Yeet. Anything of value. Sneeko explains, I don't care. Don't care. Ethan, don't care. Fuentes, he thought it was fun. Okay, you know why Fuentes thought it was fun? Because he got to see another Mexican jumping bean on stage. So he aspires to be that. Let's see. Trainwreck lost 400 million in recent crypto crash. Yeah, lots of people lost a lot. But guess what? You don't sell, and it's gonna recover. Train is right. You wait. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you guys are into crypto, I very much am into crypto. I can advocate for crypto. I was able to use crypto to buy my house. Okay? So I know how to invest and how to really make money off of crypto. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, crypto is going to go back up. Just because you can see a lot of red right now doesn't mean that it's going to go very, very green. It's just going to. It's the nature of it. And there's also cycles. If you look at the cycles, it's very cyclical, but understand it's going to go up. Yeah, there's that. Oh God. DinoCon, who gives a fuck? Is that a furry convention? Who gives a shit? I don't care about your breakup. wait. Buddy, you're getting snap mad over your fucking, like, your first off, your stash is a little fucked up, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. Like King Cobra or Cobra JS, that dude had a much worse mustache than you, buddy. But all right, a little bit of DSP is fun.
And by the way, everyone who's saying insulting things in chat, enjoy your bans. I don't know what the fuck's your problem.
It's so. Oh, listen, DSP. If you want to see what happens when you just answer to the mob, look at fucking DSP. He can't let anything die.
I'm talking, you stupid idiots. Either listen or fucking leave. Shut the fuck up over on Kick. You guys are obnoxious little brats. Jesus, I swear. I'm sitting here to like, oh, let's make fun of his looks today on stream together. This is fun. Shut the fuck up. The king is talking, bitch. Shut up.
You've been around a long time, dude, but you're not a king. Anyways, whose commercials are gay? I don't know whose commercials are gay. Most commercials are super fucking gay. Turn on emote. Jesus Christ. Oh. Yes. Yes, this. We are gonna reference this. Yes, I will do that. All right, give me 1 second. I do need to go and assist real quick with some groceries. I know it's a bit late. Give me just a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Give me just a moment. Like you can walk in right before the dance break. Yeah, no, it's fine. We're gonna get started with some creations. Okay. All right. This is all right, and this part is kind of important because this is going to set the landscape for the internet. Okay? Understand, this is going to set the landscape for the internet here and the direction that everything goes.
I was going to talk about it because, like, Asmongold apparently, like, Emaru got yelled at.
Dude, he can't keep his fucking name out of his mouth.
Because woke is back.
Uh-huh. We do have to do something about this. And I will continue. Like, I think I might ramp up my hostility.
Go ahead, bitch. Go ahead. Ramp up your hostility.
Okay. Hold on, we'll keep going. Hold on. All right,
Suck
sorry.
my fucking. Woo!
Why are we censoring
Smoke
shit,
him
dude?
if you got him, baby. Woo! Oh yes. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Keep going. Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
He is such a tiny head. But listen. No, he loves Asmongold. He is so happy that he's getting attention. Listen, Hassan doesn't understand what's happening. He's not ready for what's about to come his way, and it's gonna really, really fuck shit up. Because for the most part, people have been kind of tame, to be really honest. You know, most of it's been memes. Nothing's been, hostile. Nothing's been vitriolic. Nothing. It's never been any of that. Unfortunately, that's the direction that Hassan wants, and that's where it's going to go. And I don't think it's going to work out the way he thinks it is. This is going to be really fucking bad for him. It's going to be absolutely hilarious for everybody else. But for Hassan, this is going to it's going to go in ways that he can't quite imagine. I also think that Hassan, at this point, he is taking this as a green light to try and do life ruination shit. Now, when he tries to do life ruination shit, hey, Scary, thanks, dude. I appreciate you, man. Now, as soon as Hassan really goes with life ruination, which I very much predict that he is going to go, it's not going to work out in his favor. It's going to backfire on him entirely, just like it backfired on Ms. Kiff. It's going to be fucking bad. And at the end of the day, you try and get violent okay, here's where I think it's going to go. Excuse me. I think it's going to go to the point where Hassan is going to be jumping up and down, screaming for violence and telling his followers to commit violence. At that point, that is when Hassan will get arrested, because that is absolutely illegal. Now, he's absolutely advocated for violence before. He has. That's a fact that he's done, but it's always been veiled, right? It's always been a veiled call to violence so that he has deniability. But when he does just no questions asked, absolutely violent, or it just absolute calls for violence, it's going to be bad. He's going to get banned immediately, and it's going to be great. All right, let me do this. We're gonna pause and Asobi, did you already ban that clown? If you did, thank you. But I was gonna fucking nuke him from orbit. Yeah, cool. You got him. All right, perfect. Perfect. All right. It wasn't in there. No, it was on Twitch. And Twitch is great because it lets me just click the ban button, and it fills me with just a little bit of like happiness. Like, yeah, fuck you. It's a good time. All right. All right. Let's talk AI development and what we're going to do today. So there's a number of things we can do, and we got to figure it out. We got to figure out what we want to do, and we're going to commit to that, whatever it may be. Now, I'm of a couple opinions on what we can do next. Now, the first thing we could do, and again, we're starting a project from scratch. So if you want to see this through to the end, well, we're going to keep going, and we're going to, we may not finish tonight, depending on what it is, but we are going to start a brand new project. Now, the first thing that we could start is we could do the actual Sog Frogs thing that I was originally wanting to do. And that would be a more cinematic and realistic sort of thing that was less about the memes and more about what can you actually do to get a cinematic level production done. So that's one thing that I was considering. The other is that we can also do no one cares about fucking X. It's just there to let people know that it's live and people go elsewhere. So the other thing that I could also do is the donut. We could do donut song. We have done Tectone and we've done Nux, and we have to do the rest of the cast. I'm not ready to do Asmongold's song, so that song is definitely going to be later. As much as I know it may be a hit now, I don't want to do it until I have a better idea for him. And so the donut song would be more of like a Mexican Sicario gunslinger ballad type that is sung by Eli, Fat Electrician, Angry Cops, and Brandon Herrera. That is one thing that we could definitely do, and I think that would be amazing. The four of them in a mariachi band singing about the escapades of of Donut. I think that would be great. Or we could do the Sog Frogs. Now, the big reason why we're not doing Tectone 2 yet, and it's always been about the money, we're still waiting on my replacement graphics card to come in. That's, with the availability, who knows when that's going to ship. It should ship at some point. But as soon as it does, then and it actually arrives, I'll show you guys how we can do that from scratch. And that's actually going to be very, very special in how we get that done. The big thing for that is when we create it, we're going to be using video game footage, and I will show you guys how you can do that yourself. And the reason we have to wait for that is it has to all be done locally. Now, could I do it online? I mean, I could do it online, but it takes an extreme amount of time and patience to do that for each individual frame. And when you can automate it locally, well, you can actually get it done, and it could be a lot better that way. So I'm working on getting that all set up so that when that does come in, we can go right into the development of that, and it'll be great. Donut Shang should be wait until after Claws and Laws, after he's done some deeds. That's not a bad idea. Now, here's the thing. Claws and Laws also won't happen until he actually does his little voiceovers like he says he wants to. But, yeah. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe we'll do Sog Frogs. Unless there's something else that I haven't thought of that we could do. Has anything else major that happened that really needs to be addressed? I don't think there really is. I think we might just do the Sog Frogs. The Tectone Shinya marriage. I don't want to do another Tectone video yet. That last one was, I would consider that one a Tectone video. I want to do a different one. Make fun of the Super Bowl. The anti-American. Oh no. It's literally all VTuber drama and Bad Bunny shit on the news. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. All right. Need more ice. That would actually be kind of funny. We could do a follow-up. We could do a follow-up video. Because now that we can actually do action combat, we could do that. Like, okay. All right. So, Sog Frogs, I can show you guys how to do cinematic from start to finish. And I can show you how to really get the shots and stuff like that. Or, and I have to think about how I want to do it. Or we do another ice Pokemon thing, where it's a Pokemon tournament or Pokemon battle, where it is ice versus the world. The Pokemon Olympics or something. Maybe. I need to think about that and where I want to go with it, but that's definitely something that we could do. Okay. I think for now, we're going to kind of focus on the Sog Frogs. So, do an origin story with the Menace Files. Origins, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I haven't done one in a while. Who would we do? Okay. So let me pull this up. let's look at the Menace files. So we had Generation Roach. Who would we do next? If we did Generation Roach, Nux maybe. I kind of want to stay away from Charlie doing anything involving him for now, because I do want to. I think he's going to be a villain. I think he's going to change loyalties. I really do. What am I up to? Never seen my channel? Well, we make AI content, and today we are focused on making some cinematic AI content. Oh yeah, there's the Gay Pride Worldwide thing for fucking Mizkif. Let's see. Charlie cucked out? Yeah. Yeah, he really did. I think we'll do Sog Frogs. I think it's worth doing. Charlie being multiversal could have, yeah, we could probably do that. All right, let's reuse. Let's change the rifle. Let me get my gun folder. Folder rifle. You know what? No, that's not going to work because it has the sling on the stock. And I don't want to use Tectone's rifle. Well, not his rifle. He doesn't have... He's never owned anything that fucking cool. What do I want? Okay, so I just need a good reference image for it. Oh. Thank you. I love you. Val? No, we'll do an AR. We'll do an AR-15. Do I have any good... Ah, here we go. We can choose... That as a suppressor, that'd be fine. Yeah, let's do that because it has a suppressor. That's fine. Give me just a minute. I want to show you guys how we can create all of this sort of shit from scratch. There's Pirate Software. Yeah, he's not worth it. Pirate Software is not worth it. Okay, so real quick, for those of you guys that don't know what I do, I create Slop Live. Now, I do things a little bit different from a lot of other people. I kind of make things to a much higher standard than most others. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you guys how to use a more professional level tool that can get you results that are far better than what most people can really achieve. And this is stuff that's above and beyond what most people can actually get. And also, for the record, everything that I say, everything that I do does change on a daily basis. So just be aware that what I show you now might be the greatest thing that currently exists. Tomorrow, maybe we'll get a new model that is significantly better. So this is on a service called Higgsfield.ai. I do not have an affiliation with them in any way, shape, or form. I just use their service because they are currently the best. Now, Higgsfield does have a wide variety of different things you can do, but creating images is by far the best thing that it can do. Better than pretty much anybody else. So, inside of the Cinema Studio, I can change my aspect ratio, generate 4K, but most importantly, they did make a change, so we no longer have the exact camera models that it's telling us. Instead, we get generalizations of what each camera was. So before we were able to say, yes, I want to see things that are I want to see IMAX, right? I want to use an IMAX camera or RE16SR or Red V Raptor. I was able to do that a lot. Unfortunately, that is now taken away from us, so we don't actually have the camera names to work off of, which is what I was really used to doing. Instead, we have the generic camera names there as well as the lenses. Now, if you're not familiar with any of these sorts of professional camera equipments, then you won't really know what the fuck each one is. Instead, it now gives you the description of what they will give you, which will be more useful to those that aren't familiar with them, right? So usually what I'll do is, this is an IMAX camera. I'll use an IMAX camera, 70 millimeter film, grand format. Clinical Sharp Prime is usually a pretty good one, but each one of these will tell you everything. So halation diffusion, vintage prime, like this is giving you all sorts of different ways of creating an image. And this is a lot more powerful than anything else that currently exists. So just know that what you create can be really, really cool and special. So let's do creative tilt lens. I don't want that. Let's do premium modern prime. That's fine. I want to kind of get a close up of this. So I'm going to use focal length of 50. Now, also, for those that don't know, when it comes to focal length, your focal length is usually the distance to your object. If you go with a focal length of 8, probably going to get a fisheye. If you go with 50, you're going to get an extreme close-up. And then you can choose your aperture. Your aperture and your focal length are going to come together as to the overall scene that you create. So I really want this to be very much in the face of this character as he's against the wall, and there's going to be enemies that are coming around the corner. So full aperture, focal length right in their fucking face. I want the grand format, and I just want a modern lens. And all I do is I'm only adding 2 reference images of my character and the rifle that I want to have. That's all that I'm doing, and you guys can see the prompt that's down below. Man in a frog suit with an M4 sneaking in a building with Chinese military soldiers around a corner. So we're going to click generate. And let's see what it comes up with. Now, this whole setup is a whole lot better than anything that currently exists and generates images that are at a quality level that can't really be beat. It's pretty hard to find anything else that's close to this as terms of quality. Now, something like this, is that exactly what I want to have? No, that's not perfect. But it can get there. Let's go down a bit. And I'll show some examples. Okay. So for example, I wanted to take Arma 3. I wanted Arma 3 to then be realistic. I wanted live action Arma 3. How do I get that? Well, you can use Nano Banana or whatever, and sure, maybe it can turn something into that. But you're not going to get this. You're not going to get the film level quality of that scene and making it look live action and look real. It's very, very, very difficult to do. It's not something that any AI image generator can really get. In theory, could you get that off of Grok? Maybe. I mean, that's pushing it. I don't think Grok could ever get that fucking good right now. Hey Psycho, what's up, dude? The shadows are insane. I know. So Higgs field as an image generator is by far the best in the business. There is nothing that's better than this. And Grok, man, Grok, listen, it is making absolutely wild progress in what it can do, but it is nothing close to this. Once again, Uvalde Place were slow to respond. Really? What did they do this time? Oh, and then I have the image for this. Let me grab that. Yeah, I can't, not going to show those. Da-da-da-da-da. Do I have the original image saved? I need to find it really quick because it is important to show you guys what we can actually get done. I guess I didn't. Well, in any case, the game footage looked like a much shittier version of this. You guys know Arma 3. This turned it into looking something like from Arma 5, maybe. It made it look a whole lot better. But then I was like, I wasn't satisfied. I wanted live action. Cool. We turned Arma into live action. Higgsfield AI is by far the best image model or image generator that is currently out there. There is nothing that is currently better than it. Okay, so it's currently processing these two things. Oh, and all right, let's see what we got. So first things first, let's just check. This is the original rifle model. It's a rifle that I've owned. Q Trash Panda, Volter upper, Noveski lower. Cool. There's a few details in here that I really want to have be perfect. I really want this to be absolutely on point. It needs to be, I want it to look exactly like that. Okay. Now, what do we got here? Okay, so it got the suppressor. It did not get the rail. That's fine. But the composition is scuffed. That's a little scuffed because they're behind him. Okay, that looks a little bit better. And here, there's a few things that are actually kind of crazy. Is the fact that it actually put an EOTech magnifier before it, and it actually created something that looks like the correct model that would be behind an EOTech. It's just that it's a little lower than it should be, but still. Okay, so we got that. And then we have this, which is a little bit closer. So, do I like the detail here? Or do I want to see open air? I think I want to go with open air. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to take this. I'm going to download that. Because we're going to do the Sog Frogs because I think it's a really cool concept that I really want to get done. Went to church for the first time in 30 years. Demons exist? Yes, they do. Don't know if they did it with AI, but someone take Dark Souls and mix it with Sailor Moon. It's extremely good. Yes, that was AI, I believe. I'm fairly certain it was. Okay. So we have this. Now, with Higgsfield, I could, and using Cinema Studio, I could turn that into a cinematic scene. I could. But there's two problems with it. First things first is when it comes to images, and you're doing live action, Higgsfield is the best. If you're doing anime, Higgsfield can do anime, Nano Banana is a bit better, GPT 1.5 is better, and Grok is also very good. So if you're doing anime, understand there's different models that are better for anime than just Higgsfield, even though it can do it. If you give it if you want to say you want it to look like Gundam Wing, right? Or if you want it to look like, I don't know, Jinro, you want it to look like whatever, you can absolutely tell it that you want it to be inspired by that, but you may not get exactly the sort of cell shading and styling like Psyop Anime was able to get, or whatever the case may be. That's much more something that you can get out of Grok. I'm sure you can play with Higgsfield enough to get there. Now, Higgsfield AI, when it comes to video, let me just show you kind of how video happens. It's Higgsfield video is not exactly great. There's a lot of things that get fucked up with it. It doesn't look good, but okay, that's fine. We don't need Higgsfield to be the best video model. We just need the initial frame that's generated. That's the most important thing, is that we get there. Now, Higgsfield as a video generator is great for several things. Higgsfield is great if you need a shot like this, right? You need something that doesn't have a lot of crazy detail to it. It's something that's very simple, something that's more B-roll, something that's whatever. It doesn't need a lot going on. It's a shot looking over a river that has, a thin covering of fog, and there's a body in the distance, and you want the camera to kind of pan across, and then halfway through, the body is going to fall into the water. Something like that. That's what you want That's what you want to use Higgsfield for. You don't use it for action or for any speaking or anything like that, because it can't fucking do that for shit. So how do we get around that? And what do we use? Well, we are going to use, honestly, last week, we would have been using Video in order to figure this out. But we're not using Video because we have Kling 3. Already, we've gotten an upgrade in what we can create. So we're going to use Kling 3 Omni. We're going to upload our first frame right here. All right, and now I'm gonna go back to my image. I'm gonna get my initial prompt really quick. It doesn't matter which one, they're the same fucking thing. And we're gonna put our prompt in. I think 10 seconds is gonna be good. We'll make it at 1080p because why not? Also, just for the record, if you do create AI anything, you always want your first frame or your image references to be as high resolution as possible. The reason for that, it gives AI less to fuck up on the details, and so it understands the details. So we're going to create an action sequence using Kling 3 Omni. So a lot of people that use, I hate to use this term, but if you use inferior AIs like Grok Imagine, you have to get bogged down in all of the tiny, minute details. When you use something that's more premium or more mature, what you end up doing is you end up writing out like it's a book or like it's in a script. You're writing out action in a very human-like way, very natural way, instead of having to intersperse it with all these little fucking prompts in order to make sure it does things or negatives or whatever the case may be. It's really, really tiring to use something like Grok, Stable Diffusion, Dolly, Runway, things like that. Instead, you want to use things that are more natural because it helps you also become a little bit better as a creative writer and director of sorts. I end up figuring out that song. We'll do it later. We'll do it in a bit. Hey Larry, what's up, dude? All right, so let's create an action scene. Let's describe our action. So the man on the left, let's a sigh before peeking and aiming around the corner at the soldiers. At the soldiers on the side, or standing in the middle of the road. The man opens fire. Okay. Man opens the camera and changes. No, we're gonna do it as a one shot. The man starts shooting at them, killing the 4 enemy soldiers. And pauses, waiting for, let's see, killing the 4 enemy soldiers. We're just gonna keep it simple. He then runs up, runs down the dirt road towards the jungle. We're just gonna keep it simple. Let's just say that. 10 seconds I think is adequate. We'll keep the audio on. I don't want to get too bogged down into the details on this one because we don't really need to do that, but we're just gonna kind of go for it. So I'm just kind of keeping it simple with what I want to have happen. Now, when I do any sort of generation, I need to keep in mind the limitations of AI, right? An example of an AI limitation is some of the scenes that I did in the Mizkiv video. The voices and the lip sync didn't really match up in a couple scenes, and that's because the duration was more than 10 seconds for a given scene. So you have to understand that while something like Kling could do 15 seconds, it's not going to understand the fine details past about 10 seconds, maybe 8 seconds, something like that. So you have to be really careful about how you really plan out your scenes. A way around that is you can do multi-shot generation, where you say, okay, I want, and I'll show you what this looks like in Higgsfield. We're actually going to do the same exact thing in Higgsfield really quick. We're going to do Kling 3. We're going to do multi-shot. We're going to get rid of those. We're just going to do frames. We're going to use this. Okay. All right, so check this out. Now, is it 1 second? Let's just do Kling 3, and we're gonna do multi-shot. We're not gonna use Omni. That's fine. Okay. And then oh, I fucked that up. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so real quick, what's multi-shot? Multi-shot is a way of taking all the detail from your initial image and then allowing you to create multiple shots in a single AI generation instead of having to generate each of those shots individually. But it's able to understand and remember information from that original frame and that original scene. And it's kind of wild how it works. The sound sucks dick, but we're going to make it work. So, shot 1 is just going to be him letting out a sigh. He's going to go up to the corner. We're going to take this way fucking down. So, he's going to go up to the corner and he's going to let out a sigh before aiming, right? I think I want this action to take 3 seconds. Cool. That's going to take 3 seconds. You think it's going to take 4 seconds. Camera changes to be in front and below the character as he starts firing full auto bursts down the dirt road. Okay, I think 4 seconds, that should be about adequate, right? Now we're going to go to the next shot. Camera swaps to be over the shoulder as he walks up to the bodies of the dead soldiers. Okay, I think 3 seconds is adequate. POV shot of the main character firing a single round into one of the... Oh. Hello. Oh, thank you. Mwah. Night night, I love you. Oh, you're gonna get a donut. Okay, so POV shot of the main character firing stern round into one of the bodies to ensure that they are down. Now, lastly, is a wide shot of the character running away into the jungle. Running away from the dead bodies into the jungle. Okay, and then starts full auto bursts with his suppressed rifle and generate. Okay, so this is some wild shit. Is that we have our first shot, our establishing shot. It's going to be him. He's going to sigh. He's going to aim. Shot 2, camera's going to change to be in front and below him as he engages. Shot 3 is going to be over the shoulder as he walks up to the dead bodies. Shot 4, hopefully will be a POV shot of him firing a single round into one of the bodies. Shot 5 is him running away. Let's see what we get out of that. This is almost done generating, but this is just the cycle of creating something that's cinematic. We're at the point, gentlemen, where 720p video doesn't fucking count. It doesn't matter. I don't have any interest to create 720p content ever again. In fact, most of the content that has, let's see, let me take a look at my channel content really quick. I need to make sure that it is an accurate statement. Ever since the Vietnam update with Foxu News, I don't think I've done 720p on anything. No, that's not true. There was some from the Mizkif is there. Well, for the most part, they've been 1080p, but it's been a limitation. It's been a struggle to get 1080p content for the most part because most places haven't done it, or something like Veo has charged you. It's been a nightmare to deal with, but here we are. And our generation is done. Let's see what we got. This is a one shot. This is not a you know, I didn't say that there's a camera change or anything. This is just straight up 10 seconds. Let's see what we were able to achieve. Not the worst thing in the world, but let me tell you, that is a million times better than what we've been able to get before. The sound is trash. The sound is trash, but it is better. And I know it looked weird. It's still a lot better. You want to know how I know that it's better? This is Vdo. Oh, that was with multi-shot. I don't want multi-shot. I want the one shot. This one. Audio on these are scuffed. So when I tell you that it's not bad, I mean it's really not bad. The bad sound we can absolutely do a whole lot better. And I've also been kind of testing that. So, like, for example, I can go in Arma, I can go in Tarkov, I can go wherever the fuck, and I can record those sounds, and I can imitate what's happening in the scene on, you know, in a video game. Really easy to do. So, yeah, we can certainly figure that out. But my point is that that's just a simple way in order to create it. This is in queue. We're going to be waiting for this for a little bit. So there is that. Now I'm gonna pull up the project. Oh god, I don't want to look at this fucking idiot anymore. Okay. Let me pull up. First things first, let's do this. CD bridge nodes. Bring that up. Excellent. There we go. That's back. OG scene, he shot first. Yeah. Okay. So let me show you what a little bit about what I'm cooking up, and you guys can let me know what you think. It's not exactly Sog Frogs. There's a lot of scenes that I have in there just kind of as temporary, and also the structure of it isn't what I want. But it's the concept that really matters. There's a lot of placeholder scenes. We'll figure it out. And all I care about is just creating a sample video that shows what we can do now, what we can currently get done, and the possibilities that exist. So we'll look at that in a minute. You're gonna have to get another monitor. Oh, yeah. I have 3. I need to get 4. So let's see. Let me pull this up. We'll go back to video. I won't keep that there, just in case. Can I? I can't force multi-shot. That's kind of lame. Oh, right. Here's the other thing too that I forgot to mention. And this is probably the most important thing. This is actually I would argue this is the most important thing to understand about Kling and why you guys should care about Kling until at least we get this feature in Veo 3, or Veo 4, I should say. We're not going to get this in Veo 3. It's going to be a Veo 4 feature. Kling has a feature called Elements. What is an element? Element is pretty simple as to what it does. So we can upload an image as our baseline, and then we have our individual elements. Oh, hi Tina. Uh-oh. Oh, bye Tina. Oh, okay. So this is a huge game changer for consistency. This is probably the best thing that I can ever recommend for anybody that wants to have consistent shot-to-shot stuff. Now, I haven't been messing with this because, quite honestly, I've been lazy and I don't want to, I haven't really wanted to do this, but I'm probably going to end up doing it. And what it is you can create elements, and here's the best way that I can put it, right? When you create an element, you can do that with a character. And if you want to do it with a character, you need 3 images: front, back, and at least one side, preferably both sides. So you can do 4 images. You can do that with individual characters. You can do that with cars. You can do it with buildings. You can do it with any object that you want to have look the same every time you generate it. And so using elements, you can create that every single time. This is a huge deal in being able to create something that is consistent shot to shot without having to generate them every single time in a frame and maybe it not be perfect or whatever the case may be. So let's say that I wanted to have Tectone be perfect in every single one. Well, I can just generate 4 images, the front, back, left, and right sides, upload it, and anytime that I put him in a video, it will understand what he looks like. And it's more than that in the sense that you can actually add depth to it, right? If you have a shot of somebody from the front, the back, and the side, you can make reasonable assumptions as to how large somebody is, right? So if you want characters that are like, let's say I have a ghoul, right? I can have a ghoul in there and it will understand how to shade and color the emaciated form of their midsection, right? There's a lot of things you can do with this, and it's absolutely fucking wild. We will end up using that at some point. Fuck, I really don't. I don't understand why it's whatever. It's not a big deal. Elements, frames. Okay, so frames doesn't let me on Higgs field duration 10 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Multi-shot can happen with. All right, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Does it work with boobs? Yes. Yes. It works with anything, right? It works with anything as long as you want to have a character look consistent every single time. You can do that. Now you have to also. There's a few things. There's a few caveats that you have to know, right? There's a few caveats that you have to know. Sometimes some things are more censored than others. and it will tell you when it creates the element as to whether or not it's, allowed or not. So you can be rest assured that it'll tell you before you waste a shitload of time. Now, the other thing also is, let's say you have those shots of a character from a video game. That's cool, but can you actually use that character? Right? It's things like that that really come into all of this AI shit. And a lot of people want to see, like, okay, what would it look like if I made the Heavy from Team Fortress 2 look like a real character and then made them, in AI? I don't think Valve would give a shit if I did that. Or if I just created a Team Fortress 2 using the Heavy. I don't think they would care at all if I did that. But Ubisoft might care if I created something with Ezio. You see what I'm saying? It's things like that that you have to keep in mind if you want to use another character from something else that you don't actually create, from scratch. I always recommend creating your own thing from scratch every single time. It's probably the best thing you can do to stay away from any sort of copyright concerns. Just thought if you wanted a cityscape, for example, you could use GTA to create scenes like you use Arma. Yes, yeah, and that's the thing. You can use any video game you want in order to get a screenshot, and then you can upscale it and make it real using AI. So you can, it doesn't matter what it is. It's actually fucking crazy. Gonna get 3 characters on the little game. You're on 3 streams right now. I mean, you can. You can use. So here's the other thing. This says up to 7 images or elements. You can get 7 different characters consistently every single time. Think about that for a moment. You can get 7 different characters in there. Rumble doesn't work. I'll have to. You know why? Because it's only looking for the YouTube and kick markers. I'll have to edit the program so it can actually do that. Fuck EA too. Yeah, I know. I absolutely agree. Hopefully, this once this generation finishes, we'll make a character. Why don't we'll make? You know what? Let's do that. Team Fortress 2 Heavy. Images. Okay. Let's do that. And then just to make it easier, we'll just do this for now because I don't want to do burn a Higgs field generation on this. Let me see. Upload. Heavy. Live action character tall and large man holding a minigun is standing on top of a car menacingly in downtown Los Angeles. The city the looks like a firefight is in progress in the middle of the afternoon. And let's just see what happens. Let's create 4. Oh. You know what? Let's do 4 just by themselves, and let's do live action. So we're gonna try Nano Banana to convert it, and then we'll convert it further with Higgs field. How's that? That's what we'll do. And then we'll wait for this. All right. There's a way to link account so it all goes under one character. No, it should go off of your main name. I'll have to. It's just not picking up Rumble. I have to make sure that it picks up Rumble. I know it's picking up Twitch, but I need to make sure that it picks up everything else. There is an update you guys will see to it tomorrow that we're gonna play with. Cling, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Era of solo filmmaking for everyone. Well, release coming soon. Okay, yeah, cool. I don't care. Cling. All right. Let's. By the way, I wish I used this. Oh, yeah, that was the one that didn't work. That was the shit one. This was the only one that worked. Yeah. Okay. Nope. You fucking failed there. Failed. Let's see. Live action movie still. Okay, so let's try that, and then we're gonna go. Let's try this. See, all it takes, we just got to get it right once, and then we can fuck with it from there. Fuck you, Kling. Stupid piece of shit. How many monitors you got going? Yeah, no, I have a shitload of fucking monitors. I know Sobi's got a bunch of monitors too. I really need to get. I need 2 more, or need one big fuck off monitor. Because I like, okay, so in doing a lot of this, I'm really not liking only having 3 screens. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, holy shit, you have 3 screens. How is that not enough? Well, it's not enough because I need one for control where I can see what I'm making. I need, at least 2 others that have generating, things that I'm generating. I need probably at least one more that I can use to look at my file system and, bring things in whenever I'm making adjustments or needing references or whatever the case may be. So it's a bit frustrating with just 3 monitors and you're trying to create, and then probably one just for Discord, to be perfectly fucking honest. I mean, that's about as close as you're gonna get right there. A real heavy. Although way too many fingers. Really falls apart, doesn't it? Like this, it doesn't, it's just it understands. It understands that it's gonna be fucking Team Fortress style. That's cool. All right. Oh, shit. There's got to be a way to get a better fucking live action heavy. All right, what's this? That's another nano banana. I mean, it's closer. He's just such an exaggerated character. I don't know how you would realistically like get there. You know what? You know what this reminds me of? Maybe you could get live action heavy if it was a like The Rock playing him when he actually was on like super steroids. Maybe. Jealous of my beard. Yeah, no, I'm not. I am not gray. Not gray yet. I'm sure it's coming at some point. Let's try that. All right, so we have ass. Okay. Wait, what was that? That's not. That's not the worst one I've seen. That's not terrible. And you could tell how fucking heavy he is because the fucking weight that his boots are making. That's not terrible. Or Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, absolutely. You're 32. Yeah, no, I have three 32-inch monitors, and I have two more that I could plug in. I just don't have the space. Is that Team Fortress Tectone? No, no, not quite. It's real. It's real looking. It's not. It's not quite there. That was Nano Banana. All right, we'll try. We'll try Nano Banana one more time. Acting as Team Fortress 2 characters. Also, by the way, so I remember there's that. The fuck was it? Truck Nuts Fortress. Oh God. Was it? It was Dragon Ball Z, wasn't it? Where somebody did the AI of all the different characters and like on a movie set or whatever. You want to know how they did that? Well, this is how they fucking did that. Just a lot of generations to get your first image, then you can self-insert, and then you generate from first frame, and you just say what's happening. It's a lot simpler than people make it out to be, but it's just the biggest part of it is prepping the character. That's the hardest part of all of this is to make it look that way. Like what do you minigun? Backstage waiting to go on a movie set of a city that combat area. It tried. It tried. How many generations can I do at once? 32. Like, if I just wanted to, hold on. Yeah, I can do a lot. And here's the thing, man, you gotta generate so many things. It depends on what you're trying to go for, right? If I'm workshopping a character, this is something that I'll do. Because I want a variety to choose from and see what I want the most. And it's it's also the same thing when it comes to audio or songs. I don't generate just one, and there's also a reason why Suno always generates at a minimum 2 songs for you, so that you can always pick and choose what actually works. Did you actually see Heavy Weapons guy in the thumbnail? Yes, yes, you did. We're gonna see if we can get a live action Heavy. That one's not terrible. That's not bad. That's the best one so far. But that is definitely going into Uncanny Valley. Let's also try oh, here we go. We got our multi-shot. Let's try this. What do we got? It's not bad. Is it the best? No, but it's not bad. There's bits in there that I can cut and I can use, especially if I don't care about the audio. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't want to see that anymore. Upload. And you know what? Just to make it a little bit better, let's do that. There we go. Let's see what we come up with. All right. Just hey, who is that? There's that dude on YouTube that had like no fucking neck. Who the fuck was that? What? Who was that? Like, this looks pretty decent. Okay. Okay. I love you. Oh. Video game. Video game. Yeah, I mean it's video game, but like it's not terrible. Kentucky Ballistic. You know what? You know what? I could see the Kentucky Ballistic dude playing the heavy weapons guy. I could see that. Hey, Scary, have a good one, dude. This is like Meet the Heavy. I mean, we can do an AI version of Meet the Heavy, maybe. I don't really want to, but like I'm just saying, like you could. But no, Kentucky Ballistic. He has the wild nature to do that. You got to be pretty fucking crazy to make that happen. So, all right, let's figure this dog shit out. Okay, Rumble is sending me all. What the fuck is happening to Rumble? Am I just gonna like not do this anymore because it just wants to be a fucking piece of shit? Give me a second. I'm trying to figure this out. This. Okay. No, it's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay. Cool. Perfect. They need to really unfuck how their whole system works. It's really not great at all. I'm not a fan of how their system works. So, for those that don't know how Rumble works, it's kind of strange. So, when you create an account, you create a user account, and then when you create a what's it called? When you create a channel, it's a separate thing. It's confusing. I don't understand why they do that. Why your user account and all that are separate. It doesn't make sense to me. And I know that's why people abandon Rumble or simply ignore it. Yeah. No, I get that, right? I don't have a problem, but at the same time, it's another platform to be on. It's just whether or not it's worth my time in some ways. Okay. Oh, okay. We got some. All right. We got some shit here. Let's see what we got. Let's check. All right. Video game. That's creepy. Video game. Yeah. That looks okay. That doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look video gamey. It looks like it could be an actor. Okay. All right. Oh, that's video game. You know what? You know what? I could buy it. You know what? Batista? Yeah, I could buy it. I'd buy it 100%. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. That's That absolutely. If someone said that there's a Team Fortress 2 movie coming and they posted that, I actually would believe them. I kind of would, because just knowing Batista, that I could, yeah. All right, what else we got? Nope. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, so the only good one was Batista. Yeah, we're gonna favorite that. That's fucking wild. Hey, Lantern, what's up, dude? All right, I need to. Okay, do we want to try other characters? You feel like you need to do the rest of the cast? All right. Before we go down the rabbit hole of doing the rest of the cast, who is going to be the one like in there with them? You know what I mean? If I post it, maybe we can make it happen and meme it into existence. I don't. What? Maybe. Oh, there's lots of. All right. All right. Okay, so that's good. All right, fine. We'll do another one. Who are we doing next? Who's next? What character next? Engineer, sniper, scout. Who are we doing? Which character? I'll fucking meme it to happen. I don't give a shit. Or I'll meme it so that somebody like posts about it. Coach? Spy. All right. Uh Save image as. All right. Why? Man. Um Thin French looking asshole in a blue suit and tie with a white shirt, gloves, balaclava, 5 o'clock shadow, and is holding a cigarette in one hand and a cigarette container in the other. And then what did I put down here at the bottom? All right, let's do that. Um okay, hold on. Okay. That's not a 16 by 9. We can do better. We can do better. And honestly, Spy was easy. But I need to get... Alright, so let me find Demo Man. You know what? Demo Man, I could easily see that being played by... Who would be better, Shaq or Samuel Jackson? Dennis Rodman. Terry Crews. Dennis Rodman's. Okay. All right. Dennis Rodman playing Demo Man from Team Fortress 2. Wearing a red uniform. 40 millimeter grenades on his chest. Eye patch. Skull cap. Band. Bandage on one arm. Vest with a groin, with an armored groin protector plate. Boots, red pants, and a bottle of rum. All right, you want a Dennis Rodman? Behind the scenes shot. Okay, let's take that because we need to change. All right, there we go. We'll figure this out. We got this. Mike Tyson. Is it better than Dennis? Dude, Dennis Rodman, that is a fucking pull out of the hat right there. Who the fuck? Okay, who's the dude that plays Deadpool? That dude as the spy. Or as the scout. Wesley Snipes. You know what? What it generates, we'll make it Wesley Snipes. Ryan Reynolds, yeah. Ryan Reynolds as the spy, I think that would work. Yeah. That is amazing. That's wild. Oh, you want it? Oh, from Demolition Man. Oh. Okay, hold on. There, we'll try. We'll do a Wesley Snipes one too. How's that? There we go. Vin Diesel get a spot somewhere? I feel like all the OG. I mean, they. Who would he? You know who Vin Diesel would be? Soldier. He'd be the soldier. You fucking know that he would play the fucking soldier. He would ham that shit the fuck up. Are we just gonna straight up make a fucking Team Fortress 2 movie trailer? Is that what we're gonna do? I mean, I don't mind. I think it's funny. And it's also wild making such like overly caricaturized people into There's. Okay, okay. Jason Statham as Soldier. I mean, Dennis Rodman makes it way better. Dennis Rodman, and people that know who fucking Dennis Rodman is will think that one's a lot better. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Engineer is Bubbles. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me get our fucking images. Hold on. Hold on. Open. Let's save. Okay. Where was our Batista? God damn it. Okay. And then hold on. Ryan. No, not Ryan Reynolds. I don't. You know who I'd put in there? Uh, yeah, that dude. Uh, James Ransone. Absolutely. Okay. And then we need who else? Engineer. It's gonna be Bubbles. Bubbles for sure. Okay, and then we're gonna upload. Where'd that go? Okay. James Corden. No. So this is that James Corden? Hold on. Pyro doesn't fucking count. Pyro can be fucking anybody. It doesn't. Uh, Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. Hold on. In a as the engineer. Hold on. Yeah. Of a Century Turret. Drop. All right, let's see if we can do this. No. No. Okay. Cool. Sorry. Can I make fun of Luca Maxim? He's an AI animator with leftist takes. I don't know who that is, so why would I make fun of somebody that I don't know who they are? How possible do we want it? I want it to look just like Bubbles. That's what I want, right? Don't want his fucking name in there. I have to see this. I have to see this to be larger. How possible do we want? I don't care if that's what's going on. I care about how funny the end result is, right? We're not gonna get fucking Dennis Rodman to fucking be in that shit. That man's was. I'm surprised he's not in prison right now. The Azerbaijanis TikTok. I don't know who the fuck that is. I have no idea. Scout is Forrest Gump. Who's a really annoying New Yorker? Like fast talking. Like he Scout reminds me of just a fast talking New York Italian dude. That's what he reminds me of. You know what? I know. You know what? I know who's gonna be Pyro. You wanna know who's gonna be Pyro? Yeah. Yeah. Beetlejuice is gonna be Pyro. Oh my. He was born. He was born for this role too. Oh my god, it is glorious. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It has no right to be this good. Okay, all right, we're taking that. That's perfect. You're way too invested in this to turn back now. I know. we have gone down a fucking rabbit hole here, haven't we? All right, we're gonna take this just because we can. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Sniper medic scout. Juice, the entertainer, dressing up as a red pyro from Team Fortress 2, trying to get holding his mask up. If I have to actually put fucking Beetlejuice in there and get like an image of Beetlejuice, then I will. But I hope it doesn't do like Beetlejuice is in the other one. Holy shit, he's short as fuck. I didn't realize how fucking short he was. Dude. Dude, he's so short. Oh my god. If this works, I swear. Milton from Office Space should be his brother. Or could be, yeah. It doesn't feel like it's been 8 months since Menace Crew 4. Yeah, see, that's what I thought it would fucking do. Okay. So, all right, I need to find an image of Beetlejuice, like a more no tools. If someone can find actually a picture of Beetlejuice of him just like standing there because oh no. Oh, okay, good. Okay. I thought they turned him into a Klansman in that one. I was like, oh no, that is not the thing to do there. Fuck, all these images are so old. I need to find one that's recent. If someone can find me an image of fucking Beetlejuice that's more recent, that would be amazing. Um Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, that one's perfect. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Dude, look at I'm sorry, dude, but when you're cursed to look like this, and tiny ass image. When you're cursed to look like that, I don't even know, dude. That is so unfortunate. Search Lester Green. Oh, thank you. Dude, it's actually kind of amazing at how excuse me, at how Howard Stern used to be versus what he is now. It's actually kind of insane. Jackie Chan, no. All right, we'll try those identifiers. We'll see if we got to get that because that I don't want to see. This is fucking stupid. Like, sure, I know it gets it, but like, that's not what I want. This right here. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, yeah, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, yeah, you found that one. Shut the fuck up, computer. Give me a second. We'll get this. Okay, so these suck. Delete those. We'll get there, boys. Yeah, Josh, we'll try. Don't know. I know. Bronwan. You know what? I know. Or also Cody. Cody, I know. Who's the fucking dude that played Michael Fassbender? That dude. What about Michael Fassbender? Would that work? Okay, Brand. Yeah, that's fine. it's not believable. Yeah, no, yeah. Fassbender is the one that I'm thinking of. Okay, so Michael Fassbender as the blue medic from Team Chris 2. No, that's not you. We have gold. We have gold. We're almost there. Danny DeVito. Oh. Oh no, do we make Danny DeVito the pyro? Oh my god. I forgot the Beetlejuice was still in there. Okay, alright. Hold on. Uh, Danny. Oh, I fucking put too many. Why does this look like a Make-A-Wish like setup? This is a Make-A-Wish right here. This absolutely is a Make-A-Wish. Fucking he got his teeth. He's dressed up like Skeletor. Oh god. The medic should be Michael Rowe or Mike Rowe. No, Fassbender. Fassbender for sure. Sorry. He's doing the sign too. I know. Dude, it did Mike it did Oh god. All right, we're downloading that. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my lord, dude. This is something special. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Michael Fassbender, 100%. Are we at Sniper? We're about to be. We're waiting for the last few generations, and then we'll go for it. We'll make some shit. No, dude, look at that. You can't fucking tell me that he doesn't look like he should be playing the medic. Okay, all right, all right. Look at that. He's got his little fucking Team Fortress 2 jacket. That's wild. All right. You know nothing about Team Fortress 2. You watch the trailer and this is hilarious. Yeah. This is we have Sniper, Scout, and Soldier. So let me get so first things first, we need Vin Diesel as the blue soldier from Team Fortress 2. Who do we want to have as fucking, who would be Scout? Who's like a fucking like just annoying person? I don't I'm just trying to think of who's just like a fast talking, ultra thin, uh athletic person from that is like it's an Italian from New York. Right. Who would be an Italian from New York? Oh. Al Pacino? No. Dude who played Shaggy? Okay, Joe Pesci, John Travolta, and Al Pacino. None of them are like that. But who, you know what? Who played Shaggy in Matthew Lillard as Scout, as the Red Scout in Team 2? No, I did that. Yeah. Oh my god. Tony Danza. Tony Danza. Okay. Let's try that. Let's try Tony Danza. Let's try that. Just got back. What are you witnessing? Listen, Dio. You don't understand. You don't understand what's happening right now. You have no idea what we're doing. You need somebody overly serious for the sniper character. Steven Seagal. Henry Cavill. Adam Sandler. Maybe. Adam Sandler's best role. Maybe. Oh my god, it is the fucking dude that played Shaggy. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What have I created? What have I made? What have we done? do, do we do Steven Seagal as the sniper? The cursed is real. I know it's cursed, but you know what's great? It it could it could work. Eddie Hall, we have Batista already. Don't worry, AI did that for us. You don't understand. All of this started because we were just like, well, what would these characters look like if they were like live action? And then it hit us with this. And I was like, all right, yeah, all right, cool. Is this TF2? Yeah, it's TF2. So yeah, we started with that, and now we're down this fucking rabbit hole of creating. Maybe we'll create like a fucking. Oh my god, why does Steven Seagal work as the sniper? Who the fuck? Oh, they just have like models in the background. Oh, okay. Feels like an Alec Baldwin accident could happen at any moment with Seagal. Yeah, I know. Seagal is such a shit actor that he works in any role. I mean, I get that. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, real quick, for Vin Diesel, we gotta generate again because it didn't work. Who do we want as the scout? Do we want Tony Danza? Or do we want the dude that played Shaggy? The dude that played Shaggy looks like he was bored for this role. Dude, if he had a movie that he was ready for, it was this one. Okay. Let's find the right take. That's a pretty good one. Okay, and then we need the Vin Diesel to actually function. Do I need a reference image? Because I think it's not. At least that one didn't get it. This is a lot better. Too realistic? Yeah, it was way too realistic. Yeah, Matthew Lillard, honestly, if they ever do that, he needs to do the role. Vin Diesel needs a giant helmet. His helmet needs to cover his face. He'll figure it out. It's not that bad. After we get this generation, I'm gonna need to think about it. But I also can't be up super late tonight. So we'll see where we're at once we get all these, and then we make sure we'll put them together. You know what we'll do? We'll put all of them together for a cast shoot. How's that? We'll do that real quick. Live action. So we have scout, sniper, pyro, spy, engineer, heavy, demo man, medic, and then we have soldier. Is there another one, or is that 9? Backup for sniper, Nicolas Cage. Oh no. If Jack Black is in this, he should have a weird song. He would. Yeah, Fastbender, perfect. Without these dudes, it would actually be great. Is that a new image for Vin Diesel if I need it? I think I'm good on it. I'm probably just gonna need to think about what I want to do. I could legitimately have up to 7. Okay. All right, let's do this. Here's what we're gonna do. Do I need Pedro Pascal's a piece of shit. He's not getting anywhere near this. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I love this concept. I think it's oh my god. Yes. Excellent. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I need to think about this, and I'm going to do the extremely boring part of getting the elements done. And tomorrow I'm going to show you guys how we're going to make this from start to finish. Now, here's what I mean, just so that you guys can understand. is that with Kling, especially, I can create elements that are these characters and these people exactly. And I can make sure that I get, maintain consistency. So when we do the video, it'll actually look like them. That's what we're going to do. And that's going to take a lot of generation and a lot of time to get it looking perfect. So I'm going to work on that. That's my project for tomorrow. So then when we are live tomorrow, we'll be able to actually get all of this done. Or at least all of this will be done as far as like getting them completed. And we have their characters and everything, and then we can do some action shots. And we can see what we can come up with. Are you gonna do an entire blue team and an entire red team? No. No. I'm not going to. I'm gonna tease it like it's a movie, but it's like one of those like behind the scenes interactions like during the we'll figure out what it looks like, but I have a plan. I do have a plan. All right, so I'm gonna download this. All right, so let's go. Did I spell that right? Matthew. Give me 1 second. As the Red Scout. Dennis Rodman as the Red Demo Man from, let's see, Batista as Heavy from just you, and then James. What was his? And then by and then of the best. All right, let's see if we can get all 9 of them in at once. Let's see. If we can get all 9, that's actually going to be kind of wild. Who's the demo man? Dennis Rodman. Yeah. Dennis Rodman. Am I going to include the NPCs? No. No, not doing that. Don't need to. It's going to be enough without that. All right. Well, as soon as these generate, I'm real curious to see if it's going to get all of them correct, especially because I'm just mentioning names and hopefully it'll understand. If it understands, I'm going to be impressed. Because that's a lot to ask at once. I'm trying to get 9 unique characters and also have them look like the real actors. So we'll see. We'll see if we can do this. This is pretty much going to be a TF2 trailer cinematic. Yes, and we're going to work on the actual cinematic portion tomorrow. I'm trying to see if I can get a cast shot real quick, and then later tomorrow I'm going to actually sit down and create the elements, and then I'll show you guys how to. I'll leave one of them undone, so then you guys can see what it takes to actually finish and do, and then we'll go from there. It should be pretty good. I hope. If I can get it, then it should be something special. And then live action Team Fortress 2 with actors. I don't know how much like talking I'll be able to create, and it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to use Suno a lot and RVC a lot if I want to get the voices correct. But we'll see. Make a post as a promotion. We'll see how tomorrow goes. We'll see how tomorrow goes. How about Samuel L. Jackson for Demo Man? No, that's easy, dude. That's why we're going with fucking Dennis Rodman. He's also wild enough to be a fucking Demo Man. Who are they gonna blow up? Each other. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'll think about what I want to have happen as well. There's a lot that we can do. Oh my lord. Is that everyone? Will I use the actor voices? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if we can get a better one though. Minus Pyro. Pyro's Danny DeVito on the right. No Seagal. Thank you. Thank you. Even. Oh. Thank you. Okay, so we got it. Like this right here. This is something special. This right here is pretty special. That's something fucking wild. But let's see what we can do. DeVito's outfit needs to be fixed. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Can't get over that it's all serious big time actors and bubbles. I don't think Matthew Lillard is big time or James fucking not sure you'd recognize Rodman in that picture. Yeah. Oh, it's close. Nope. Ooh, it's trying. It's trying so fucking hard. Okay, let's try again. Almost looks like Wesley Snipes. Yeah, I know. Nick Lillard's on her. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's that, and then James Ransone. I mean, he's done some stuff. I don't know if he's done anything crazy big. Outside of, let's see, he did The Wire, Generation Kill, a bunch of small roles and like Burn Notice and shit. But like he didn't do anything crazy big that I'm aware of. I think most people know him for either The Wire or Generation Kill. So I don't really know. It's so close yet so far. I know. Nah, we can do better. We can do better. What did Hicksfield actually do in making live action? Oh, look at that. All right, Hicksfield, I see you. Oh my god. That's Dennis Rodman. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. No. You're acting- it's the same thing as his fucking hair. Brooke, is there anyone else that has ever done like more wild shit than fucking Rodman with his hair? I think he was one of the first people to go just fucking crazy with that shit. Did I generate the Jester hat? No. You know what I'm gonna do? Check this out. Higgsfield. Show me what you got. Let's see if Higgsfield can blow me away. No. Demo man doesn't work. I don't know who the fuck that is, but this is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not perfect. It could be better. I don't like this. I'm curious what Higgsfield's going to create, to be perfectly honest. All right, we'll make this and then I didn't get, and also I didn't give any reference to Higgsfield. In fact, let's also do this. Let's try giving it no reference. What are we going to get? I hope we get something wild. I really do. I really, really do. Timed out, eh? Oh my god. It's so much better. Which one was it? If Danny DeVito was fucking Pyro. Okay, let's try and do this. All right, let's generate again. Andrew Tate is Saxton Hale. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think we could do that. Sean Connery is Saxton Hale. No, he's too old. Who the fuck could be Saxton Hale? That is a good question. See, this project is all about proving if we can do it. Oh my lord. That one. Look look at dude. Dude. Oh, he's dead? Oh, forgot about that. Seagal about yeah, I know. Do I no. I don't. You love how well these are turning out. I know. It's fucking wild that like I can create 9 unique characters. I wish that I'm gonna have to do it again because Danny DeVito. I like Danny DeVito is a person that you need to fucking see. And this wouldn't be bad if his face wasn't all fucked up. But I think this is it. This is excellent. Yeah. James Ransone, I can absolutely 100% see him just being the slimy little fuck of a spy. Anyways, but yes, I am gonna have to go back through and render out. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, and that's why I'm not doing it tonight, on stream, is I have to render their front, side, and back so that I can actually create an element of them to retain their detail in video. And so when it's actually using their elements in a video or an image, it can keep the same thing every single time. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot to do. And then also because we're doing live action, it's also going to need to be a reference image of their head and their face. So as soon as I do that, then we'll be good. But for right now, it is what it is. I just want to get a good thing done and then put it out there and start working on it tomorrow. Because this is a really interesting concept, in my opinion. Like taking a video game that has no business being live action and trying to make a live action thing in a better rendition than Hollywood ever could do. So that's amazing. And also the fact that it has the sandwich. That's excellent. All right. Once these last generations come through. All right, hold on. We got these. No. 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 Those all suck. Nope. No. Not bad. That's not terrible. But they're not all in costume. Things have gone a long way since your first time watching. It's all about the money. Yeah, I know. It's things have gotten a lot wilder. Jason Momoa, Saxon Hale. I don't know. I'll think about it. In the meantime, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this good enough for a promo? As in, would people understand who they're supposed to be from this? Or is this a better promo? I don't know which one's better. This one or this one? I mean, they're both really good. The face. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. The face reveal. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. So then we can keep the Danny DeVito face reveal. I think that's something that people aren't going to expect. All right. Perfect. All right, give me a second. Looks like Batista. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Ooh, there's something great. Something being going up. Yeah. Yes. Um, All right, let's do that. And then, oh no. Oh no, what just happened? Ethan, what did you do?
Incest is weird and a little gross, but ethically completely fine if it's in between consenting adults and there's no power creep relations. And the people in those relationships are not having children. I think if you remove those three factors, there's nothing ethically wrong with two consenting adults.
So gross.
What is going on with you? What are you talking about? You sound insane.
Incest.
Yeah, I 100% stand by. I 100% stand by that Denham's fucked her dad. I stand by. Nobody sane says that shit unless they've done that before. And I bet she fucked her dad. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, she fucked her dad. Absolutely. Denham's is an incest warrior. Congratulations. Nasty fucking so gross. Anyways. Anyway. But we're always 4 steps ahead of that. I know we are. Don't know her background. Yeah. All you know is that you can see her butthole for less than like a pack of Skittles. That's how stupid she is. If you want to see something that's that, foul from someone that is more ran through than Bonnie Blue at this point. She might have a brother son. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. God damn it. Jonathan Banks as both Red and Blue Man. Maybe. What about Jonathan Frakes? That actually might be funny in its own right. Jonathan Frakes. Fucking what's it called? Commander Riker from The Next Generation. Not even type in leak effort. Yeah, I know you can do that. Yeah. Okay. I'll fuck with that. I think we'll have Jonathan Frakes as the dude that like does shit. But yeah, for right now, I'm gonna work on the elements. It's gonna be a lot. It is so for those that also aren't used to my streams, every Monday and Wednesday evening, I have my daughter. And unfortunately, that means I have to take her to school the following day. So I am going to have to cut it a little early just because of that. Normally we end around here anyways. But Monday and Wednesday evenings, we cut it short just because I got to be able to be awake and functional to drive her, and I don't want to fuck that up. But we will be live tomorrow again at 8:30 Central. I will have the characters or the elements mostly finished. I'm going to save one of them to be done at the end, so then you guys can see what it takes to do one of them and just know that I don't have to do that. You don't have to sit through me doing that 8 more fucking times, and then we will get to creating. It should be a pretty good time. Asobi posted all the links that work to support me. PayPal honestly is the best way to support me. However, I usually prefer others to get something out of it. So metascrew.com for merch. But that being said, the best thing that you can do, the best thing by far, the absolute number one thing that you can do for me and everybody else around you, share a video. Make somebody laugh. Be the reason for joy. It doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's one of my videos. It doesn't matter if it's somebody else's. It really doesn't matter. Make somebody laugh. Brighten their day. You have no idea how much that could mean to somebody. And there's nothing better than spreading a little joy here and there. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate every single one of you. Dara, you came in right here at the end. I do apologize for that. But yeah, you guys have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, and afternoon. And I will be here live tomorrow, 8:30 Central. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Later.